The Supreme Industries Limited, a pioneering company that has offered quality products like Duraboard HD100, Durarods, Durashield, Duraroofil, Dura Vapor Barrier, and many more, now brings to you Duramembrane, a one-of-its-kind new generation, non-bituminous and cost-effective solution for waterproofing of roofs, podiums, basements, etc. Duramembrane is absolutely unique with features so versatile that it perfectly adapts to your waterproofing requirements. Due to its closed cells, Duramembrane has very low water vapor transmission rate and excellent waterproofing properties. Being a polymer-based product, it has long durability and it offers good thermal insulation as an added advantage. Water absorption is also very negligible. The tri-dimensional cross-linking of cells makes Duramembrane weather-resistant and shock-proof. Duramembrane is polymer-based, laminated with an additional layer of polymeric film, making it flexible and lightweight, yet retaining its toughness. The elasticity in Duramembrane enables adjustments in application processes at curves, corners, and contours. Duramembrane has excellent chemical resistance. Application process of Duramembrane. The application technique of Duramembrane is quite simple and user-friendly, but it demands absolute precision, accuracy, and undivided attention in order to make Duramembrane work at its best. First application stage, surface preparation. The first basic requirement before applying Duramembrane is to prepare a compatible surface for a smoother application process. This means that the concrete flooring surface must be evenly leveled and cleaned of loose dust and foreign material. Second application stage, the laying of Duramembrane. It is highly recommended that the laying of Duramembrane must always begin from the lowest sloping area of the surface. The membrane must be laid in such a way that the overlapping joint should not be facing the direction of water flow. The membrane must be taken above the contours and terminated at the edges of the retaining or partition walls. Third application stage, heat sealing. The overlap of 50 mm between the two membranes is heat sealed with Lister Varimat hot air automatic sealing machine. The mouth of the heating nozzle is lowered down and guided to position itself exactly between the two membrane layers which need to be sealed. The temperature of the machine is set at 360 degrees. The airflow is constantly maintained at 10 liters per minute and the wheel rotation speed is set at 3 meters per minute. Fourth application stage, waterproofing of corners, contours, and parapets. At the corners, the membrane is cut and sealed by overlapping. This ensures a long-lasting durability and also gives it a perfect finish. For contours and parapets, cut a groove of 10 mm into 25 mm on the wall. The membrane must be taken above the contours and terminated 6 inches to 8 inches vertically on the parapet wall and inserted into the groove. Fifth application stage, waterproofing of pipe outlets. Waterproofing of critical areas like pipe outlets is quite a challenge, but not anymore with the use of Duramembrane. Firstly, a sheet of Duramembrane, which is minimum 200 mm in length, is folded in such a way that one side of the edge overlaps the other edge of the sheet to take form of a hollow pipe. One should carefully note that the surface with nylon film comes on the inner side when rolled as a hollow pipe. This circular Duramembrane pipe form is then inserted at least 100 mm into the pipe outlet. The folded pipe is adjusted loose to take the exact diameter of the outlet. A marking is done and this circular membrane is then sealed using a hand-held hot air gun. Now, we have a pipe of 200 mm length ready to be inserted into the drain. Before the circular membrane pipe form is inserted into the drain, one side of it is slit 100 mm vertically at the mouth to create 4 equal flaps. These flaps of the pipe form must be on the upper side outside the flooring surface. The other end of this pipe is now placed in the center of a new sheet of duramembrane. The circular pipe form is marked and cut off, leaving a hole on the new sheet. This new sheet is placed over the pipe outlet in such a way that the circular cut hole falls exactly on the mouth of the pipe outlet and fixed to the surface. The circular duramembrane is now inserted into the pipe outlet, passing through the hole of the laid membrane. The outer area of each flap is sealed with a handheld hot air gun onto the surface membrane on the floor. The drain is now sealed thoroughly. Eighth application stage, the final testing. The finest work of craftsmanship speaks volumes through the quality of output. To ensure qualitative and guaranteed perfection of work, the sealed joints must withstand extreme testing conditions and yet emerge victorious. Only then does the credibility stand firm. The testing of the overlap joints is done using a vacuum testing kit, which comprises of a glass dome and a vacuum pump. The testing begins simply by covering the overlapping joints with a layer of lather or foam created by mixing any detergent in water. The glass dome is then placed over the foam area, making it airtight. Pressure of 2 bar is then applied with a vacuum pump in order to create a vacuum space within the dome, leaving no room for air. Such a condition forces any air trap below the membrane to rush out through the gaps in the joint area. This rushing out of air creates a series of continuous air bubbles in the foam layer, and the faulty joints are detected and later marked and repaired. Now, under the same condition, if the overlap joints are properly sealed, the vacuum pressure applied will lift the membrane in the glass dome area from the substrate, thus proving its tough nature of sealing. Duramembrane is the only product that gives astonishing result of seamless perfection and finish every time. But even if the unusual tampered joints emerge, repair work on these faulty areas still guarantees to deliver the top quality standard expected from any world-class product. Duramembrane proves itself to be the best. After clearing various tests, Duramembrane must be protected with 40 mm IPS with cement and sand in the ratio of 1:4. Alternately, tiling too can be done over the membrane with cement mortar that needs to be of minimum 40 mm thickness. Never before in history has any industrial product offered 100% guaranteed waterproofing concealment. Never before has any product offered a lifelong durability, sustainability and flexibility. Duramembrane, the only easy-to-use, cost-effective waterproofing solution available that ensures a permanent end to all your waterproofing hassle. Duramembrane from the house of the Supreme Industries Limited. Say, Supreme always value efficient.